Hey Flufflebuns, welcome back. This is Shiro Sagi, and this is, I think, either part 11 or part 12. I'm not exactly sure. The thumbnail will say the right one of Katawa Shoujo, and I am going to get right into the game. Right in, and here we go. My alarm's beeping shatters the early morning quiet, and I find myself wondering where to find the motivation to rise. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Class is still quite far off, but I agreed to run with Emmy in the mornings. Really, I'm not that interested in running as a hobby, or even as a possible life-lengthening exercise. I know your pain. I remember in high school and junior high, we had to run the mile. It sucked, and nobody wanted to do it. And I'm no exception. However, I feel obligated to follow through on my promise to Emmy yesterday, which is why I find myself throwing on some running shorts and a light t-shirt. The cool morning air caresses my face as the morning sunshine causes the dew on the grass to sparkle, nearly blinding me at first. Really, it sounds okay, as I've never had dew blind me. It sparkles, but okay, but anyway, moving on. As I make my way down to the track, an ugly thought strikes me. What if this is some sort of joke that Emmy's playing on me? Would that surprise me, really? Hell, I'd probably do it to the new guy, too. Oh, God, I hope she's not hazing me, because I'll have to beat her legless ass. At the very least, I'm sure Emmy and Rin made a bet on whether or not I'd actually show up. I feel a sense of trepidation as the track comes into view. You're late. Oh, excuse you, princess. It would seem that Emmy is already there. What a relief. Not according to my watch. We're both early, in fact. Damn, you got me there. Emmy is sitting on the bleachers, decked out in her running gear, waiting somewhat patiently for me. Patience out of you? That's a first. I'm glad you're actually here. I was afraid this was a joke or something. Nah, I'd never make somebody get up early for nothing. Plus, Rin owes me 500 yen now. She didn't think he'd actually show up. Oh, I was right. I knew it. They made a bet. Oh my god. Nice to know Emmy was on my side at least. She hops off the bleachers and begins to stretch out. She's remarkably lithe, almost like a dancer. Ooh. I set out to stretch as well, but then realized I don't exactly remember how to stretch properly. Oh my. It's been ages since I stretched for anything, if you don't count my one stint at running last week. And even then, I don't think I actually stretched beforehand. The specter of my long hospital stay rises up again. I can't say I was all that active before the hospital stay, though, so maybe I'm just being morose. Emmy giggles as she watches me stretch out. Don't laugh at me. No, Hisao. You've got to hold it for longer than that. I'm trying. It kind of hurts a little. Ha! That's because you're out of shape. You've got to get some flexibility in you, like this. To demonstrate, she reaches down and puts her head through her legs. Oh my. God bless you, Emmy. Oh God. Okay. I see. Is that the sort of thing I should strive for? Oh god, that has such a double meaning right there. And okay, of course, flexibility is important for any runner. You'll be able to go faster the more you stretch out. That makes no sense to me, but she seems to believe it's true. With Emmy's help, I managed to stretch myself out properly. I can't help but notice that when she thinks about how to explain things to me, her mouth scrunches up in concentration. It's adorable. Oh crap, I'm starting to notice all the cute little things she does. I think I'm going to end up, well, according to the comments, I'm going to be ending up with her, I think. Not bad, Hisao. Come on, we better start running. Let's start off with just a mile, okay? Just a mile? That's 4 laps around the track. Got it? Sounds fine to me. I'd be like, fuck you, girl. How about 1 lap around the track, and then we'll see how I do. This shouldn't be too hard, right? Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Don't do it. Ho, don't do it. Oh my god. A hazy memory of running a mile for gym class surfaces in my mind. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. The fuck are you talking about? It was horrible. Emmy sets a pretty good pace and I fall in behind her. Of course you do, because like she's better at it. Try to keep up, okay, Hisao? Roger. We round the first curve without incident, though I can already feel my heart rate increasing slightly. By the second curve, I've started to breathe through my mouth. And Emmy doesn't seem to be breaking a sweat. As if to punctuate her superiority, she turns around and starts running backwards. Are you doing okay, Hisao? Never better. Oh, really? Maybe I should speed up then. I don't... No. Please don't. Please don't. Oh, no. Wouldn't want you to over-exert yourself. My heavy panting and wheezing makes the statement less convincing than I had hoped. Emmy simply smiles and turns around again. You're the boss, Hisao. We'll stay at this pace. I get the feeling that I'm being mocked. If I weren't in such terrible shape, I'd probably feel offended. By the third lap, my breath is coming in ragged gasps. I'm also awash in my own sweat. Gross. We round the curve to start our fourth lap, and she looks back at me with a grin. Here we go. She takes off at blinding speed while I stubbornly stick to my slower pace. By the time I get to the first turn, she's already rounding the second. As I struggle across the back stretch, Emmy continues running and catches up to me. Come on, Hisao, you can do it! You can do it! I'd answer her, but I'm too focused on getting air into my lungs and ignoring the burning in my leg muscles. Part of me wants to say something like, maybe you can, but I'm about to die here. But again, I doubt I can actually form words right now. Emmy keeps pace with me as I round the second turn and cross the finish line. Her sprint seems to have gotten her sweating. It's actually caused her shirt to turn slightly translucent. It seems she wears a black sports bra. Ooh, sexy. I feel a vague stab of guilt for being the sort of guy who stares at a girl's chest. Oh, you mean a normal one? You mean a normal heterosexual male? You know, you feel guilty for that? Well, you shouldn't. But my legs and chest are burning so badly that I can't bring myself to care that much. Not bad for a first effort, Hisao. Kind of you to say so. She seems to be fine, if not out of breath, at least breathing a little more heavily than she was before we started running. Must have been the sprint that did it. Hey, I've got to get a few sprints in. You should walk around the track to cool down. Then we can stretch out and we'll be all done, okay? Sounds great. My legs are on fire and my breathing is still heavy, but surprisingly my heart seems to be taking the strain well. Another triumph of medical science, I suppose. You should put your hands behind your head. It makes it easier to catch your breath. Surprisingly, she's right. I begin to stroll around the track, happy to feel my breath coming back to me. There's a blur as she sprints by me. Oh my god, that kind of scared me a little bit. Watching her run is absolutely fascinating. It's not just because she's on prosthetics, so that is interesting. The really interesting thing is the way her face changes. I can only catch glimpses of it as she runs by, but her eyes seem to come alive with a sort of fierce joy. It's as if there's nothing else in the world but her and the track. By the time I've gotten to the final stretch, Emmy seems to have finished her sprinting. She's breathing heavily now, but she's wearing a satisfied grin on her face. She waves to me cheerily as I near her. Feeling better, right? Actually, yeah. You want to know what? Do you want to take another lap around with me? I've got to cool down too, you know. Part of me would rather sit down and not move, but something tells me that would be a bad idea. Besides, if I sit down, there may be no getting back up again. Sure, why not? She's got her hands behind her head now as well, which makes her seem very relaxed. The positioning of her arms also pulls her shirt upwards ever so slightly so I can see a small strip of her belly. God! We are noticing everything. Nothing is getting past us today. I do my best to act the gentleman and not look, but the contrast of her skin against her red running shorts is rather arresting. Jeez! What is with me today? So how do you feel, Hisao? Other than horny as fuck. Surprisingly good, actually. I'm sore and tired, but Surprisingly good. As soon as I say it, I realize that it's true. Sure, part of me wants to lay down and die, but I feel like I've accomplished something. It's almost like a glow throughout my body that persists despite the soreness. Yeah, that's the runner's high. Runner's high? Yeah, it has something to do with, adrenaline? Oh, I've actually heard about that. I'd never had the runner's high. I usually end up like Hisao here and just kinda panting my way to death when I run. Emmy thinks for a moment as we talk, trying to remember. Then she shrugs and grins at me. I don't actually remember, but it's a good feeling though, isn't it? Better than sex, right? Oh my god, you went there. I opened my mouth to respond shortly before processing what she's just said. Oh god. I'm gonna have another heart attack, aren't I? She watches my face for a few moments before busting into laughter. Bitch, don't laugh at me. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You're just too easy. Why did I agree to run with you again? She just laughs harder. She takes a hold of my forearm and tilts it, allowing her to get a better view of my watch. Her face changes the moment she sees the time. Oh no, we better get a move on, Hisao. Class is in an hour and I need to shower. I should probably do that as well. I need to see the nurse too. Maybe he'll write me a note for being late. Why do you need to see the nurse? She points to her prosthetics as if that would explain everything. It's important to check for irritation. You know, from sweat or friction or anything. Normally I only go after practice, but if we're going to be doing these morning runs, then I guess I'll see him twice a day. Wait, so Emmy has only started doing these runs since I showed up? If it's more convenient for you to run with me at a later time. Don't be silly, I've been meaning to start running in the morning for a while now. But if I didn't have a partner to run with, I'd be less likely to keep up a routine. It's always harder to blow off a commitment if you're gonna let somebody down, you know? So you'll be my running partner for the mornings. Oh, okay, life runner, you run my life. You dictate my activities now, thanks. We both need the exercise, so it all works out, don't you think? Yeah, perfect. Did it have to be me, though? Well, I guess I can't complain too much. She's pretty fun to hang out with. She's right, I do need the exercise. Doctor's orders, even. Emmy waves a quick goodbye to me. Right, I'm off. Come have lunch with us, okay? What? Lunch, you know, the meal in the middle of the day. Come have it with us. Where? The rooftop. Rin likes it up there. When? Lunchtime. When else? Duh, that was a silly question. Yeah, but I sort of felt the need to ask all three for completeness' sake. She laughs and grins. I don't think I've ever seen a girl smile so much before. Not bad, Hisao. See ya. With that, she takes off like a shot for the school building. I guess she's going to see the nurse first. I hurry back to my room and hop in the shower, only to find that the water takes a while to heat up. I hope I don't get a visit from my creepy neighbor, but I think I will. Ooh, the shock of the cold water nearly kills me. Yeah, I can relate to that one too. I hate cold showers. I managed to warm the water a bit and spend some quality time feeling my muscles loosen. My heart surprisingly feels the least bothered by the run. I suppose it's a good thing, even if it does make me feel a bit of a wuss. I mean, at least I've had an excuse beyond I'm out of shape, if my heart were bothering me. Guess I'll have to keep this running thing up, otherwise I'm sure Emmy won't let me hear the end of it. It's only after I get out and dry myself off that I realize I have only 10 minutes left to put my clothes on and get to class. Crap. Gotta go fast. The hands on the clock finally set me free from the tedium of yet another fun-filled class. Yeah, I bet it was so much fun. Getting up from my seat proves to be more of a problem than I anticipated. Well, you're sore, probably. My legs are killing me from the morning's run. Maybe doing these with Emmy isn't such a hot idea after all. Still, the run's giving me a hell of an appetite. I'm halfway down the hallway to the cafeteria, and I remember that I've got my lunch with me. My parents saw fit to provide me with some prepackaged stuff when I moved in, and a good thing, too. The hallway was packed with students headed for the cafeteria. Going back was like swimming upstream, but I've got an appointment to keep on the rooftop. It takes me a moment to find the staircase leading up to the rooftop, but I'm willing to bet that Emmy and Rin aren't up there by now anyway. Wanna bet that they are? In fact, I think I saw Emmy among the bodies in the hallway headed for the cafeteria. Ah, okay, she's not there. I step out the door to the roof and take a deep breath. The fresh air blowing against my face and body also almost makes my legs hurt less. Maybe if I'm upside down. Part of me wants to be surprised that Rin's already up here. What's that going to accomplish? Things in the clouds. Couldn't you just look at them right side up? She rolls her eyes in something approaching exasperation. Then I wouldn't get a new perspective. Is upside down really a new perspective? Aha, that caught her off guard. Rin looks pensive. You may have a point. Maybe sideways. As Rin lays down on the bench to look at the sky, I give up. Fortunately, Emmy chooses that moment to burst through the door carrying 2 bags. She nearly takes the door off the hinges. Sorry it took me so long. There were a ton of people in line. She drops the first bag in front of Rin and takes a seat on the bench next to her. You buy Rin's lunch for her? Sometimes, yeah. I'd have Rin buy my lunch for me in return, but I'm not sure how she'd carry it. Plus, I'd never buy her lunch. If Rin's offended by Emmy's comment, she doesn't show it. Emmy sniffs. How ungrateful of you. I'm not sure whether the two are joking with each other or if I'm witnessing the beginning of a cat fight. The 2 girls stare at one another for a few tense moments before breaking into smiles. Hey Emmy, do you think being upside down is a new perspective on things? Didn't I already have this conversation? Emmy looks thoughtful, apparently giving the question some thought. After a deep and profound pause, she speaks. I have no idea. Well, at least she's as lost as I am. Hey, Hisao, you're coming to the track meet, right? The question comes out of the blue and catches me off guard. I don't know yet. Honestly, Hisao, after I went through all the trouble of letting you run with me in the morning, you won't even show up at my track meet? Wasn't she the one that asked me to run with her? Actually, she didn't even give me a choice in the matter. Wait, no, I didn't say that. She beams at me as if I've just agreed to give her $1 million. So you will come after all. That's great. I didn't say that either. I'll be going too, so I'll make sure he comes, Emmy. Good idea, Red. Maybe we can get some food or something after the meet's over. I feel like I've just been conned, but not by these two. More like some outside force pushing me irrevocably toward my destiny. Or maybe I shouldn't read books that feature conspiracy theories so heavily. Otherwise I might wind up sounding like Kenji. Still, I suppose that I've got to show up now. I don't think that I could stand against both of them being disappointed. I'd never hear the end of it. When is it again? Next week, silly. I just told you a few days ago. No, you didn't. I forgot. Well, you won't forget to come though, will you? Of course I won't. I'll even make a note on a calendar or something. I am sitting here rolling my eyes in real life like, oh my god, I hate these situations. I really do hate when people just kind of put me in the spot like this, but we'll see how it goes in the game. Rin nods sagely. That's probably a good idea, you know, unless time changes its course. It can do that? Rin gives a non-committal shrug. It hasn't yet, but you never know. This time it's Emmy who gives a shrug. I suppose it can't be helped if it happens. Not unless you're a time traveler or something. You don't actually think that could happen, do you? I don't think we do. Do we? Rin shrugs again. That seems to be her default response to everything. I suppose not. But I reserve the right to change my opinion at a moment's notice. For Rin, this statement makes a disturbing amount of sense. The fact that I realize this now frightens me a bit. I wonder if Emmy gets this feeling all the time. If she does, she's not showing it though. She merely nods. As expected. What's that supposed to mean? This time it's Emmy who shrugs. It's like she's using Rin's own weapons against her. Your response is the sort of thing I'd expect from you, that's all. Am I really that predictable? Emmy's smile seems to border on gloating. Oh, she's not that predictable, she's just fucking weird. Nah, it's just that your unpredictability is pretty predictable. Well, that's alright then. I don't get the chance to see whether Rin's being serious or not as the bell rings. I didn't notice the lunch period slipping by at all. Hanging out with these two was far too interesting. Emmy jumps up with a look of panic on her face. Oh no, I need to stop by my room to pick up my notebook for the next class. Don't you wish you had a time machine now? Rin seems rather smug as she delivers the line like she just won an argument. Emmy ignores Rin's comment. Sorry, Hisao, but could you make sure that our garbage gets thrown away? I usually clean up myself, but I've gotta run. Sure, no problem. Emmy darts away with an urgency I'm starting to expect from her. I don't bother asking Rin why she couldn't help. She already seems to be preoccupied with something else entirely, as she wanders off. She's probably used to Emmy taking care of cleanup, and for some reason, I doubt Emmy's ever raised the issue with her. Cleaning up from lunch doesn't take long, so I have plenty of time to toss her garbage and get to class. Misha greets me with a wave and a devious grin as I walk through the door. Didn't see you in the cafeteria, Hee-chan? Yeah, I decided it was too crowded there. Misha's grin gets even wider. Oh, you troll. Oh, really? Are you sure you weren't participating in an illicit rendezvous? What? What are you talking about? You were on the roof, right? With both Rin and Emmy, no less. You Casanova, you. We just had lunch, that's all. Misha bursts into laughter, drawing the attention of several of my classmates. Wow, you're so adorable when you blush like that, Hee-chan. She gives me a conspiratorial wink. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. There's no secret. Oh? Misha seems disappointed and then brightens up again. Time will tell. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but blessedly our teacher comes in and the class starts. Another day of class has finally dragged itself to a close. Unexpectedly, I managed to stay awake for the whole day. I'm pretty sure that counts as a miracle. My legs seem unwilling to stand up for a moment. I guess the run took a lot out of me. I head down the hallway and make my way to my room. I sat down and half-heartedly chip away at my homework for a while, feeling like a vulture picking at a particularly unsavory carcass. It knows that this is what it eats, but it's not sure that it shouldn't be ordering takeout instead. I don't think I can take this, but it's important to get my work done. Now let's see. What was I supposed to be looking over again? I know it's a losing battle, but I fight it anyway. Halfway through my math homework, I put my pencil down. This isn't working. I need a distraction. Oh, I hate math too, so I would be the same way. At least you're trying. Unfortunately, my options for distractions are rather slim. I'm not in the mood to read right now. Kenji is unusually out of his room at the moment. Oh, this sounds bad. If I go to the student council room, I'll just end up doing work for those two. And heaven only knows where everyone else is, except for... Well, I suppose that's an option. And I am going to leave this at a cliffhanger for you guys. It's save. And go to the main menu. And this has been part 11 or 12 of Katawa Shoujo. Who is Hisao going to go check on? Who are we going to go see if they are available? Find out in the next episode, and until then, give this one a like, hit that like button please, and again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.